Hi students, welcome to Zoology Wala, myself Dr. Sai. So in previous classes we have seen the different types of teeth, and now today we will see what is the tongue. See, the tongue is called universal toothbrush and is present in the floor of the oral cavity, and if you lift the tongue attaches to the floor of oral cavity with the help of a medial tissue, what is called lingual frenulum. Let me write here. Lingual frenulum, please wait. So the tongue attaches to the floor of the oral cavity with the help of lingual FRE and ULUM, lingual frenulum. So the tongue contains two sets of muscles, basically extrinsic muscles and intrinsic muscles. Extrinsic muscles are the muscles which are useful for movement of tongue. See, we are able to talk. Human being is the animal which has a very powerful art of speaking, the way of communication. The master of communication is the tongue. So tongue helps in movement of different types of muscles also, and inside the tongue different types of muscles are present. The extrinsic muscles and intrinsic muscles. The intrinsic muscles are present within the tongue. That is the reason why you are able to show the different types of movements in the tongue, and we are able to produce the different types of sounds also. Extrinsic muscles are the muscles which helps in holding or attaching the tongue to other parts of the body, and especially the hyoid bone, the U-shaped bone present in the floor of oral cavity or buccal cavity, and this bone plays a very important or crucial role in keeping the larynx in its position also, and the tongue muscles even attaches to the hyoid bone also. As I said, tongue is the universal toothbrush, and it contains the number of projections called papillae, some of which bear the taste buds. This is the point you have to remember. So in the CBSE textbook, it was mentioned that some of the papillae contains the taste bud, but not all papillae contain taste buds. All papillae won't contain taste buds. There are different types of papillae are present in the tongue. You see here papillae, circumvaled papillae, the papillae which are present here are called circumvaled papillae. Let me draw one diagrammatic representation of the tongue for the sake of clarity, for the sake of my dear future medicos. And now see here, and this, and here there is a inverted A like this, or inverted V better call. So there is a structure present here, and here contains and here these are the structures. These are called circumvaled papillae. You can see the circumvaled papillae. What are circumvaled papillae? Here the number of papillae, around 10 to 12 circumvaled papillae are present in this sulcus terminalis, and the structure is called sulcus. This structure is called sulcus terminalis, and here there is an opening called foramen cecum, and this is the mid portion, and this is the dotted portion, and this divides the tongue into right and left parts, and this is foramen cecum. So this foramen cecum, and this is sulcus terminalis, and this portion contains the number of papillae called circumvaled papillae, and each circumvaled papillae contains taste buds. How many taste buds are present in each circumvaled papillae? Around 100 to 300 taste buds are present here. So these are the taste buds. So taste buds are different, papillae are different. Papillae contain taste buds. So that's circumvaled papillae. I am not going to write the complete thing. Why? Because it was clearly mentioned here. Circumvaled papillae contains around 100 to 300 taste buds per papilla. Per each papilla, 100 to 300 taste buds are present. And the next one is, you can see the leaf-like papillae present here. They are called foliate papillae. Let me show you here. So this is an area. So these papillae are called foliate, F-O-L-I-A-T-E, foliate papillae, and these papillae won't contain taste buds. I am not going to tell what about the taste buds in these foliate papillae, because these foliate papillae mostly degenerate in childhood stage itself. That is the reason, if at all, if you observe the young ones who are aging less than 10 years of age, if you observe the lateral sides of their tongue, you can see small projections like this, small foldings like this, foliate papillae. And the next one is fungiform papillae. I am going to represent the fungiform papillae. So here the fungiform papillae, here you can see, okay, I think it is visible. So these are the fungiform papillae. Of course, they are also present on the surface, but mostly they are present in anterior most portions and also at margins. So these papillae, these are called fungiform papillae, Fungiform, fungiform papillae. Hope so it is visible. Okay, fungiform papillae, they are present at margins. How many taste buds are present in these fungiform papillae? Around 5 taste buds are present per one papilla. 5 taste buds are present per one papilla. Okay, and let me show you the other papillae. They are called filiform papillae. See here, on the entire surface of tongue and of course also on the margins, you can see another type of papillae. What are these papillae? They are called Filiform. These are called filiform papillae. Filiform, fili means a narrow thread, thread-like papillae are present on the entire surface of tongue, and they also won't contain any taste buds, but they are essential for, some sort of lubrication for swallowing of the food material. The swallowing is nothing but deglutition. For swallowing of the food materials also tongue is required, and tongue helps an important role in pushing the food material towards the tongue, towards the teeth. Then only we are able to chew the food material. See, sometimes at the time of mastication, sometimes our tongue also will suffer because of the teeth, isn't it? And involuntarily sometimes we will try to bite the tongue also. So the function of tongue is to move the food materials towards the teeth. Okay, so these are the different types of papillae. As I said, filiform papillae won't contain any taste buds, and foliate papillae degenerate in the childhood stage itself. Fungiform papillae contains 5 taste buds almost per one papilla. Circumvaled papillae contains 100 to 300 taste buds per papilla. So that's all about the tongue. Okay, and we have to take a very good care of our tongue also. Sometimes, see, I want to tell one more thing. And generally we used to clean the tongue in the mornings or after we wake up from the sleep. But over cleaning of the tongue is also not that much advisable. We have to take very good care of our tongue also. Okay, you see there are the different types of taste zones are present over the tongue. So bitter, this is an area where we can generally predict the bitter taste, and this is the area, this is the sour area, and this is the bitter area and the sour, and the taste of salt is generally able to perceive because of this zone. It means, I mean to say, the number of papillae or the taste buds which are present in this zone are going to play very much essential in order to perceive the concerned taste. And the sweet, the overlapped zones will be there, and the sweetness will be generally predicted here, and all these, and this is the central area where you are able to perceive the taste. Umami, the taste is perceivable because of the taste buds present in that zone. I am not saying that if you put any sweet, you are able to know the sweetness only if you put the object here. It's not like that. So if you put the sweet here, then only you are able to perceive the sweetness. It's not like that. So the food material what you are taking will dissolve, and they enters into the taste pore which is present on the surface of the taste bud, that I will tell at the time of sense organs. So the substance which dissolve in the saliva, so you are able to perceive the taste over the entire surface of the tongue, but more specifically the concerned taste zones are present in the tongue in these different areas. This is also a bit important, of course not mentioned in CBSE textbook, and these papillae are also not mentioned. But why I explained? Why? Because in CBSE textbook, as I said, he mentioned all papillae won't contain taste buds. So definitely students should be in a position to know how many taste buds are present, and where the papillae, I mean to say, how many taste buds means numerous taste buds are present, how many types of papillae are present, and how many papillae contains the taste buds, and how many taste buds are present per papillae. These are the minimum issues what students should know. And if you observe this posterior portion of the tongue, and here the tonsils are present. So tonsil is nothing but the lymphoid tissue tonsils, and here lingual tonsils are present, that I am going to explain the esophagus and pharynx in my next video, where I will tell what are the different types of tonsils also. That is all about this tongue. We will meet in the next session with esophagus. Signing off.